Part 3. The Siege of Hollowspire. The Black Walls. Hollowspire rose from the black ridge like the ribs of some ancient beast, its crooked towers leaning toward one another. As if whispering secrets, the walls were scarred by centuries of siege, patched in places, crumbling in others. Smoke from countless hearths clung low, veiling the streets. The Fellowship passed beneath the gate's heavy portcullis. Soldiers in mismatched mail moved quickly along the walls, carrying bundles of arrows and sacks of sand. The air was thick with the smell of pitch and iron. A captain in crimson armor approached, helm under one arm. His face was drawn, eyes red from sleepless nights. "If you seek the road east," he said, "you will not find it without bloodshed." The Shadow King's host gathers. "We have days, perhaps less." Kalen glanced toward the eastern gate. "Then we stand with you." The first assault, the dawn, came thin and gray. By the time the sun cleared the ridge, the ground outside the city boiled with movement. An army stretched to the horizon, rank upon rank of the pale host, flanked by siege towers dragged by horned beasts. The first volley struck the walls like hail. Arrows rattled against shields. Stones from catapults smashed into the parapets. Smoke rose from burning oil pots hurled over the battlements. Kalen worked the wall, arrow after arrow, finding pale throats. Thyra stood in the breach, shield high, sword cutting down any who reached the stones. Brannock smashed ladders into splinters, sending whole squads tumbling. Nira slipped among shadows, her blades leaving no cry behind. Leora moved between the fallen, the shard at her throat glowing as her hands knit torn flesh. Erendor stood at the center, staff raised, hurling arcs of fire that set siege towers ablaze. The breach. By midday, a section of the east wall shuddered and collapsed. Through the dust came something far worse than men. An enormous night worm. Black smoke curling from its jaws. Its eyes burned with the same frostlight as the pale host. The beast tore through defenders. Its breath froze men where they stood. A swipe of its claws shattered stone. Erendor's face went pale. Bound in the king's chains, Thyra rushed forward, her shield shattering under the first blow. Brannock the dwarf leapt onto the creature's back, hammer pounding at the black iron collar around its neck. Kalen's arrows struck the chains. Sparks flew. Nira darted beneath its bulk, her blades finding the last links. The collar broke. The nightworm froze, eyes clearing from frost to gold. With a roar that shook the ground, it turned on the pale host, scattering them like leaves in a gale. Siege towers toppled under its claws. Aftermath. By dawn, the plain outside Hollowspire was littered with the broken remains of the enemy's engines. Fires still smoldered, and the smell of blood hung heavy in the cold air. The captain found them on the wall, his crimson armor blackened with soot. The road east is open for now. Take it before the Shadow King regathers his strength. The Fellowship looked to the horizon, where the land beyond Hollowspire stretched into shadow. Somewhere past that darkness, the Sunstone awaited. Kalen slung his bow over his shoulder. We move at first light. Leora touched the shard, its steady glow warm against her palm. The road ahead would be darker still, but the light remained.